afternoon and welcome to the Midday News.
And more recently, become a
This bulletin is coming to you live from our studios here at Kokomlimle in Accra on digital address GA0993341. It's broadcasting live on Joy 99.7 FM, also live on Love 99.5 FM in Kumasi, affiliates across the country on ABN Radio in London and around the world at myjoyonline.com. The news is brought to you by Telesol 4G, proudly Ghanaian, Telesol Just a Touch, and UMB Bank, UMB Speed Up, Digibank Let's Go, also by Mac Auto Parts Ghana, distributors of Isuzu pickups and Chevy cars, Mac Ghana, with you for the long run. And coming up in this edition, Mountain calls for investigation into acquisition of buses by newly elected NPP chairman Freddie Blay as president of National House of Chiefs demands probe.
And more recently, some aspiring chairman of the party buying several 275 vehicles. These are matters that should attract an attention.
We'll hear from him as it emerges the party was not officially informed of this project as earlier claimed.
If the party wants to go into buying buses, we would have to go through a process.
Also, we ask what becomes of former suspended members Paul Afoko, Kwabena Jepong and Sami Krab. We'll hear their fate from the party here on the Midday News. Also, aide to President Akufo-Addo, Gabi Asare-Okyedako, dispels suggestions he may not run in 2020 polls. We apologize for that. And must Christians have faith to receive miracles? Latest Joy News Hotline documentary puts the spotlight on churches and dogmas and how some pastors are challenging popular Christian beliefs.
Because if the power of God is limited by the faith of the person, then what kind of God are we serving?
And also in sports.
Contrary to reports that they have petitioned FIFA, a member of the Ghana League Clubs Association, thus GALCA, says they have not presented a petition to the world's governing body.
All that and more here on the Midday News with me, Emefa Apau. In our very first story, the dust is yet to settle on the fallout of the governing New Patriotic Party's National Delegates Conference, which elected executives to steer the party for the next 4 years. While the election may be over, what still lingers are questions over the 275 buses promised by newly elected chairman Freddie Blay. The National House of Chiefs has waded into the controversy. The purchase of the buses, described as vote buying, which is against the law, has been condemned by many, and it appears there are some contradictions in what Mr. Blay's aides and the party leadership is saying about this project. We'll get more in a short new desk report shortly, but President of the House of Chiefs, Togbe Afede, questioned the source of funding and motive for the gesture and suggested that the Office of the Special Prosecutor takes interest in the matter. He was addressing members of the House at their third general meeting in Kumasi.
So Africa loses $148 billion a year. Ghana's share of that is about $3 billion a year. Several times the amount of aid we receive every year, which means that if we can kill this cancer, we will not need the aid that we receive every year, which means that the best way of achieving the president's vision of Ghana beyond aid is to kill corruption. Again, which means that we can do more of our roads, drain our gutters, and minimize the harmful effect of flooding when the heavy rains come, and therefore minimize the loss of lives. It means that we all again have to support the fight against corruption. Let me say that the frequency of corruption allegations is worrying because that frequency itself suggests lack of trust and lack of transparency. Some time ago, it was one party building a multi-million-dollar headquarters. We all sat down and did not complain. And more recently, is some aspiring chairman of a party buying several 225 vehicles. These are matters that should attract Nananom's attention. And I'm very happy that at least the later one has attracted the attention of the special prosecutor. Too many times we hear wranglings between government and various anti-corruption agencies. That is not good for our country. All of that wrangling again suggests lack of transparency, and we have to work very hard in a non-partisan fashion to reduce those perceptions. So we have a task on our hands, and we'll have to be part of this fight to eliminate this problem from our midst. We have to join the fight.
So you heard that the President of the House of Chiefs, Togbe Afede, the 14, questioning the source of funding and as well as the motive for the gesture. And he's also suggesting that the Office of the Special Prosecutor takes interest in the matter. Let's get some more clarity from the NPP, and we'll be joined on the phone by the Director of Research for the NPP, Evans Nimako. Thank you very much for your time here on the Midday News. So give us some clarity on this. Was this a party project, and was a party officially informed about it?
Thank you very much, Jennifer, for this opportunity. I think that the party had prepared itself with a program to conduct its annual delegate conference that was to elect the leaders for the party for the next 4 years as executive. Going into the elections, aspirants who put up their show interest were vetted by the election committee headed by Most Reverend Dr. Santinji. The issue of the national chairman giving out vehicles to constituencies, he told the whole world to secure a bank facility for car votes to be given to constituencies to as a means of building their capacity financially. I think that is an issue that is becoming generated a bit of discussion, and I think that if the advice has come for the special prosecutor to look into it, we are not against it. We'll see the outcome. But genuinely, if individuals on their own will tap into facilities provided by banking institutions, I don't see the hula balloon, but
Evans, we want clarity, and I would appreciate if you answer my question directly. Was it a campaign promise or a party project?
The man said he has secured the bank facility. I'm not aware he used the name of the party.
Because we are told that securing the bank facility is 11 million, and he has actually paid $3 million, and the party actually helped in securing the facility. Is that the case?
I'm not aware of that.
So the party is not aware of this particular issue that we're talking about. The party did not help secure that facility.
Well, I'm not aware the national chairman used the name of the party to secure the loan. I'm not aware.
You are not aware that the party helped in securing that $11 million facility. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not aware that the national chairman used the name of the party to secure the facility to purchase vehicles for constituents.
Okay, but if you say you are not aware, you are speaking on behalf of the party.
I thought I was called to speak to the issue related to the organization.
It was just for clarity. It was just for clarity because the aide of the party's chairman stated that the party helped in securing that facility where Mr. Blay had already gone ahead to pay the $3 million out of his own pocket. That's why I'm clarifying.
Well, by the issues of such nature, the General Secretary is the right person to speak on behalf of the party. But what I'm telling you is that as the Director of Research and Elections, I've been part of the management an organization of our national conference. I wasn't aware at any forum that it was said that the national chairman used the name of the party to secure facility. He said that he has secured that facility. I think if he got it, it was because of his credibility. I don't think any bank would just dole out money to just an individual for it to go with. If the bank was not sure that it's a viable project venture, I don't think they would have granted that facility. I have difficulty why they should become such a topical issue because it's an institution, a financial institution. For an institution to give such a facility, it means they've done their risk assessment. Why should we be so much worried that somebody will want to build the capacity of constituencies to the extent that you secure a facility from a bank and it becomes a topical debate? I think that we can leave it for now. People are proposing that a special prosecutor should look into it. I think the man will be open to have discussion with the special prosecutor.
Okay, so stay with us quickly. There are other issues that we'll talk about. There was a lot of talk about unity. The former president preached it. The president himself called for it. But critics are condemning the party for failing to speak about this matter, even at the Congress grounds. Listen to political scientist Professor Ransford Jampo.
The president spoke about unity in his speech, but I was thinking that he was also going to use the opportunity to make a statement about the fate of Paul Afoko and Kwabena Japan and also Sammy Crab. You cannot talk about unity without talking about whether we like it or not. They have followings, and so going into the next election, it is not going to be easy.
So, Mr. Nimako, what's the status of Sammy Crab, Kwabena Japan, and Paul Afoko?
Well, the three gentlemen were suspended of their position as chairman, second vice chairperson, and general secretary, respectively. Their issue have not come out. It was the second highest decision-making body, the National Council, that suspended the three. So it remain suspended. They are no more they don't hold such office again because we now have new leaders, the chairman, the first vice, second vice, the general secretary. So the issue is still hanging.
So they remain suspended with the election of new executives. Is that what you're saying?
Hello?
You are saying that they remain suspended with the election of new executives for the party?
Well, I think that they were suspended for holding such an office. And once that suspension has not been revoked, I think it's a legal issue now, and you seek the legal advice about it.
Okay. So, Mr. Nimako, finally on this issue, we also noticed that the NDC was conspicuously missing or absent. The party says he had informed you officially. What reasons did they give for their no-show?
We didn't receive any communication from the NDC. The letter of invitation to the NDC was sent to them with an accreditation. NDC is an institution, it's not just an individual. We're starting to have them grace our conference and see themselves how we were organizing our conference. Unfortunately, they couldn't make it, and I think it's not in good taste building political parties as corporate bodies, stakeholders that will ensure that we deepen our internal democracy.
Evans Nimako is Director of Research for the NPP. Now, away from this close aide of President Akufo-Addo, Gabi Asare-Otchere-Darko, has given the strongest indication yet that the president is lacing his boots to contest the 2020 elections. According to him, considering the passion President Akufo-Addo has for the job, 4 years is certainly not enough for him. He is confident he will give the presidency another shot.
If I have a fear, my fear is that he works too hard. In terms of his physical endurance, he has more than even me. I'm about 20 years younger than him. I mean, he sits at cabinet from 11, sometimes 11 p.m. And he may get up twice or once to go to the restroom and maybe have lunch. And some of his ministers are up and down the bathroom. Okay? And some may even sleep halfway through. I'm just making a point. And he's alert, so he works hard. And I think it's not just, what feeds a physical is also the conviction. He feels that he has to achieve something. And I think he paces himself the way that can keep him going. In a sense that it's the work that keeps him going. It's not about the perks of the office, but the fact that he's enjoying being president. Right. Not the perks, but the fact that he's in a position to do something that he's always wanted to do. And I hope, and I said this to, I think, Joy, when he was elected, that I hope that his appointees will not let him down.
So 4 years may not be enough for him to achieve all the things that he wants to do. So another 4 more years may be, quite ideal. As somebody who's as close to him.
Look, as far as I know, he's definitely ready for another term.
Right.
And he's running another term, God willing.
So you heard Gabi Asari-Otridakun. Well, speaking of the president, he's embarking on a 3-day tour of the Volta region from today. We'll bring you details of that in our subsequent bulletins. Now, an Accra High Court has ordered the police officer who investigated the tenure of Dr. Stephen Opuni as COCOBOD CEO to retrieve some documents and make them available to Dr. Opuni. These include all letters written by the Public Procurement Authority in connection with Lithovit fertilizer during the tenure of Dr. Opuni. All fertilizer contracts entered into by COCOBOD from January 2008 to 2018, among others. This follows the failure by the AG to make available the document as ordered by the court. My colleague Joseph Akable was in court and joins us in studio with details. So, Joseph, what reasons did the Chief State Attorney, Evelyn Kilson, give for the failure of the AG's department to provide these documents?
For some of the documents, MFI, you recall that lawyers for Dr. Opuni had told the court that they had cited them when they were interrogated by the Economic and Organized Crime Office. And now, Chief State Attorney Evelyn Kilson explains that they had consulted Yoko and they had actually said that they had returned some of the documents to the various agencies they picked them from. So those that came from the Public Procurement Authority have been returned. Same with those that came from the COCOBOD. So in simple terms, the documents are not available for the AG. It's not in their possession and neither can they lay hands on them.
So has there been any efforts by AG's department to get these documents?
They actually tendered the letters they had got from the Economic and Organized Crime Office to show that they are taking steps to consult them to get those documents. But the other concern she raised in court was the fact that she feels that lawyers for Dr. Opuni are deliberately delaying the trial. But a member of Dr. Opuni's legal team, Victor Adaudu, disagrees.
When they bring it to the public domain or to our knowledge, it will absolve our clients from what has been done. And because of that, they don't want those documents to come. And I tell you, when the process starts, the trial starts, you will see some of the statements. You see documents that they themselves, the investigator and their witnesses, have said, have written, which is contrary to what they have put in public domain, they have put in their charge sheet. And we are waiting for it. Let them give us the document. Now, delaying, we will not delay. Because at the end of the day, some of our clients have been demonized. Our clients have been made to feel that they are thieves. They don't obey the law. They are not law-abiding citizens, that they can do anything just because they had possession. That is not an issue. That's contrary to what they are saying.
So you have a lawyer, Victor Kujogan Adaudu. Joseph is still with me in the studio because there's another interesting issue in court that came up in court today. So the Ghana Football Association has asked for more time to respond to an injunction application by government. Give us a little background about this issue.
The first is that you recall that government had communicated intentions to dissolve the Ghana Football Association before that injunction petition was filed. They had also filed for an order restraining the GFA officials from holding them from holding themselves as officials of the GFA. Now that was to last for 10 days. You recall it had expired. On the very day it expired, government filed a fresh injunction, this time on notice, hoping to argue with the GFA officials in court. When we went to court today, a lawyer for the Ghana Football Association, Abu Juan, who told us he's holding brief for lawyer Thaddeus Sorry, informed the court that they had just received the application made by the Attorney General on Friday and they are unable to respond to that in time. So they asked for some more time to argue out the issue on Thursday.
Well, the Attorney General was represented by Godfred Dame. Did he oppose the request by the GFA?
He didn't have any problem with the request. He said they should grant them the request. They are ready to argue when they come to court on Thursday.
So what date was given by the court for them to respond?
We're expecting that between now and Thursday they file the documents, and on Thursday, if the court is minded to allow the oral arguments to take place, then the court will decide whether to give a decision that day or to fix a different date to give the decision.
Okay. So that's Joseph Akable. But when Chief Justice Sophia Kufu visited the Kaswa District Court, she expected to be told about problems there. But it appears she was giving more than she could handle. Madame Kufu discovered the lack of a proper place of convenience at the court forces the district magistrate to use a chamber pot whenever she has to answer nature's call. Richard Kojonyako is traveling with the CJ and he's been interacting with them and giving us more on this issue.
We should not be sharing facilities with anybody. So for them, as far as a very prosperous municipality, they're going to have to build a purposely designed West estate.
Ablade.
Yeah, we don't want this. We don't want it. It's not. It's not that we are not grateful. There's nothing to be grateful about for this. This is just a place. It's supposed to be a temporary place. That's the way I see it. So you have to send them. Have you sent us? Nobody told me about this. This is totally unsuited. Because when we were even entering, I was saying, why can't we have uniform buildings? The pillars are not our type of pillars.
Chief Justice Sophia Kufu there with that rather worrying situation at the courts in Kaswa. Now, you're still listening to the Midday News here on Joy 99.7 FM. Still to come, must Christians have faith to receive miracles? Latest Joy News Hotline documentary puts the spotlight on churches and dogmas and how some pastors are challenging popular Christian beliefs.
If the power of God is limited by the faith of the person, then what kind of God are we serving?
And as we build up to this year's Joy, Beauty and Bridal Fair starting later this week, we ask whether bridesmaids and groomsmen should be made to pay for their own attire at their friend's wedding.
I don't have money. In fact, all my money has been invested in the wedding. If you're my friends, you're supposed to pay for your own thing.
If you want to get your friends involved, I don't think there should be any transfer of expenses to them. So you have to bear your own cost.
More on that coming up, plus sports after the break.
That is a sweet sound of excellence. That is the sound from Mac. Yes, Mac Ghana is the #1 distributor of the world's best quality Isuzu and Chevrolet vehicles in Ghana. Isuzu trucks from 1.5 tons to heavy-duty vehicles. Isuzu buses from 15 to 33 seaters, double and single cabin pickup, available in automatic and manual transmissions. We also stock a wide range of Chevy cars from SUVs, sedans, and small cars, fully loaded with exquisite specifications. All our range of vehicles stand out due to its high fuel efficiency, safety, luxury, spacious interior, world-class delivery, and after-sales servicing. What's more, we offer flexible payment terms to meet your pocket. Mark Ghana is a sole distributor for Isuzu trucks and pickups, as well as all range of Chevrolet cars in Ghana. Call us on 0302-813-919 in Accra or 0242-039-550 in Kumasi. Visit our website, markghana.com. Mark Ghana, with you for the long run.
My name is Kwame Sefakai, and most of you know me as a media personality, but I am also a family man. The UMB mobile banking app, UMB Speed App, saves me so much time by letting me do almost all of my banking transactions on my phone. The cardless withdrawal feature allows me to withdraw cash from any UMB ATM without an ATM card. I can also pay bills, transfer money, request for a loan, invest money, and so much more. So now, I can spend less time at the bank and more time with the ones I love. Bank anywhere and anytime with a UMB mobile banking app, UMB Speed App, and get the time to do what you love most. Download the UMB Speed App from your Android, iOS, or Windows phone today. Call 0302-633-988 for more information. UMB Speed App, Digibank, let's go!
You're welcome back, and thanks for staying with us here on the Midday News. It's time now for the latest from the world of sports. Benedict.
Yes, for afternoon. And news just coming through is that Spain have named Luis Enrique as their new head coach after Fernando Hierro stepped down from temporary charge following their last 16 World Cup exit in Russia. Now, the former Barcelona manager has actually signed a 2-year contract to take charge of his country. Now, back home, Aminu Shado, a member of the Ghana League Clubs Association, says they've not presented a petition to FIFA as reported in the media. It has emerged that the executives of GACA had sent a petition to FIFA to get them intervene in the current impasse between the government of Ghana and football authorities. According to Aminu, the said document was from the outfit but denied it had already been sent to the world's governing body.
This is a draft document that GACA is putting together to state the official position of clubs. Since this announced expose, we've been hearing individual positions of clubs. It was very important for us to have a consolidated view of the whole issue. So, as I speak to you, those documents are merely a draft, which we've not concluded. And I can even tell you for a fact that there have been significant changes to what is already in circulation. So, I will urge that you don't treat this as final document as the Holy Bible or Quran and use it for various publications, because it's very possible that there will be significant changes, and even possible that this protest might not even reach FIFA based on the discussions and deliberations we have with the liaison team.
All right, so that's Amini Shadow. As I speak to you, MFI, the GACA executives are in a meeting with the liaison officers appointed to mediate between FIFA and CAF as they seek to ensure the continuous running of football in the country.
Okay. Benedict Owusu, thank you very much for the latest from the world of sport. Now, in the search for who killed the Superior Court judges, many people were interrogated. It was curious how, despite a curfew and dozens of barriers in Accra, the vehicle carrying the justices could be driven to the sites for the execution. Head of security during the PNDC era, Captain Kojo Chikata, has been speaking in the latest Joy News special assignment titled Who Killed the Judges, the first in a series on crimes that shook the nation.
It's obvious an operational pass was given for a vehicle carrying at least 3 Superior Court judges, which meandered through almost 50 kilometers journey from their residence at Ridge to Bundase near Afienya. Well, the head of security then, Captain Chikata, agrees that the men indeed abducted the judges and has some form of clearance, even though he couldn't say who authorized it.
The operational pass is issued from the Operations Department of PNDC headquarters, and it is normally issued by the operations officer or his deputy, or the officer who will be on duty if there is an emergency.
It came to our attention that their movement was during the curfew hours and that they had access to operational pass. So I'm wondering who might have issued this operational pass.
The official sequence of events from the NRC as that at a hastily summoned meeting at Gonda Barracks, at which Captain Chikata and Chachu Chikata were present, Rollins sent for Amate Kwe, whom they all knew had carried out the abduction. According to then Attorney General George Akins, Amate Kwe was sent for, and when he came and was told to go and release the captives, he responded that they had finished them, meaning they had killed them.
Crimes That Shook the Nation will be airing soon on Joy News and also on myjoyonline.com. But for many people, especially Christians, one must have a strong belief in God to receive a miracle from Him. But it appears not all Christians believe that having faith is a precondition for experiencing something supernatural. In the latest Joy News Hotline documentary titled The Gospel According to Forgive America shines light on beliefs and dogmas of churches from miracles to tithing. And that's airing on Joy News channel at 8:30 p.m. tonight and Thursday on the Super Morning Show at 8:45 a.m. Do make a date. And hundreds of couples seeking to walk down the aisle may have by now made plans ahead of the wedding. This includes the cost of a attire for the bridesmaids and groomsmen, the cost involved in their wedding ceremony, among others. But you can heave a sigh of relief because the 2018 Joy Beauty and Bridal Fair will help you plan your beautiful wedding. It's a one-stop shop for all things bridal. Edem Naite is one of the organizers for this year's bridal fair and tells us what to expect.
Right, so this year the fair is starting from the 12th to the 15th of July. Opening ceremony is at 2 p.m. on the 12th, and then the fair continues. We have exhibitions as usual. Everything beauty and bridal you will find there. On Saturday the 14th, we have the marriage seminar. This year we're fusing the marriage seminar and the marriage seminar and the fashion show.
So we begin this bridal fair series with a conversation on whether bridesmaid and groomsmen should be made to pay their own attire.
In the past, the only roles bridesmaids and groomsmen played were to participate in the wedding ceremony and provide practical and emotional support to the couple. But now things have changed, as they are now supposed to pay for their own attire for the wedding. Many have argued that if you prescribe the style and color of my dress, then you must as well pay for them. But what do you think?
Of course, I don't have money. In fact, all my money has been invested in the wedding. If you're my friends, you're supposed to pay for your own thing. And your clothes is just cheap. You should be able to afford it and buy it.
If you want to have a wedding, it's something you have planned for. And if you want to get your friends involved, I don't think there should be any transfer of expenses to them. So you have to bear your own cost.
Wedding is something you plan for. So I think the couple, the married, to be married a couple should bear the cost.
So to pay or not to pay, that's a discussion in the first series of Joy Bridal Fairness starting this Thursday, the 12th of July. And that's it for the Midday News here on Joy 99.7 FM. There's more news when you log on to myjoyonline.com. Thank you very much for your company. I am Emefa Apao.